If you're in the beauty industry, you're going to want to keep listening. Welcome to Salon After Hours, where the tips are on trend, the gossip is hot, and the advice is cutting edge. Grab your tea because we are about to spill it. Hello, and thank you for listening to another episode. We have some fun guests today from our Hayward location at 925 Salon that are some really bomb specialists at some fun services that we're going to learn about. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves and give us your Instagram handles and all the goods.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nikki. My Instagram handle is @mesmerizinghair, and I specialize in fashion colors.
And I am Shelby. My Instagram is Robellion Styles, and I specialize in curly hair.
No way.
Yeah. Really?
I wouldn't have known.
Wait, you guys. I'm sorry. I just clicked. Just clicked. Anyway.
The vivid color and the curly hair.
Yeah.
Curly hair. Yeah.
It's right there in your face.
And we're neighbors.
Exactly.
And they are.
We are.
Love it, love it. I'm Danielle. I'm the social media manager.
And I'm Michaela, the content creator.
And I'm Cosmo Brianna. Thank you for joining us for another great episode.
And
welcome to
Salon After Hours.
Why don't you guys give us a little insight on, obviously you guys have told us your specialties, but like what got you into those specific specialties? Like growing up, did you ever have like an experience that you know what I mean, like a bad curly haircut and you wanted to like learn how to do that, or like a vivid color that never turned out? Like what got you into your specialties?
So I would say when I was younger, like when I was a little girl, like in grade school, I would play around, with those like spray cans that you would use on your hair. Like, so naturally, like I'm like a dirty blonde. So like it would take on me. Like I would use like blue, I would use pink. Sometimes I would use them together. Like I actually, do you guys remember Photo Magic in the mall?
Yes.
I have a picture like going to one of those with my hair. It's pink and blue and it looks crazy, but I thought it was so fun, like, and so I feel like that was kind of what piqued my interest. Like when I was younger, I don't know, like when I was in cosmetology school, I was blonde and I just wanted to start experimenting with colors that I just thought were just so vivid and bright and just beautiful, So I went in and I got like just one piece of like a red extension because I was thinking like, ooh, I like red. Like it's fiery, it's fun, like, so I put it into my hair and I was just like, okay, I want more. Like, let's do it, So then that was basically just the start of like what piqued my interest, just like experimenting on myself, like using myself as my canvas. And then I was just like, wow, if I could do this on other people, like just like imagine like the magic that I could create,
Yeah.
So yeah.
And she does create magic.
Yeah, literally.
I try, Yeah, it was just something that I've loved. It's always just piqued my interest, so now I do it as a career and it's amazing.
I love that. I really do.
Aw.
And Shelby?
I've never really had a bad haircut, so I'm not traumatized that way by curly hair. But when it came to color, this was when I was like a baby stylist, but I went platinum blonde. And then I put like, I was platinum blonde, but I put pastel pink over it, so I wasn't like, it was like a hot 30 seconds or something. Anyways, but being so light, it damaged my curls. I had like no curl pattern. My curls were just shot. So luckily I had a friend who had already specialized in curly hair, and she helped me like revive my curls. And that's when I had like the bob and like the pink hair. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. But I was always interested in curly hair because obviously I have curly hair. And there's not that many stylists who specialize in curly hair or able to offer those kind of services. So I think that's where I saw like an opportunity to kind of like help other people with their curls.
Yeah.
And yeah, every time somebody sits in my chair and they're like, what do I do? And I'm like, let me help you, please.
Oh, that's so great. And you literally have like the best curly hair. So I feel like you're like a walking billboard for yourself. Like, let me do your hair because look at these curls.
I will have people come up to me and I'm like, here, take my card, please. Like, come to me.
I bet you do. Yeah. Like, they're probably like, where do you get your hair done? And you're like, actually, I'm a hairstylist that specialized And this is, here you go.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Like, I didn't know someone with curly hair should really go to someone that specializes in that. You know what I mean? I didn't know there was a specific way to deal with it. What are some of like the techniques or what are things that are different when you're doing someone with curly hair versus like straight hair?
When it comes to cuts, specifically like haircuts, a lot of people cut on wet hair, which kind of weighs down the curls, and you don't really see the curl pattern. Also, like when you're brushing it and you have that tension when you're cutting, you have it straight. So when you're cutting it straight and wet, then the curls are like elongated, but when they spring up, you lose a lot of inches. Like it could be like their hair's down to here, you cut it wet and straight, and then their hair's like a bob. And they're like, that's when they get traumatized because they don't know the shrinkage or like how long or how short their hair is going to spring up. So that's why I do.
A disaster.
No, literally.
Yes. And I have a lot of clients that they like go through that experience. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry. And then I'm like, let me not traumatize you. And then I try my best to work with their curly hair. I do all my curly hair girls dry, and then we wash and style afterwards.
Okay, that's a good point too, doing it dry. I feel like, you know, I feel like back in the day when I was in beauty school, it was just like a traditional haircut. They just like, curly or not, you go, you wash it, you bring it down, you cut it, and then you diffuse it, and they go. You know, for curly people, there was no expertise in this. I feel like when I was in beauty school to teach us like, no, actually you guys should do them dry and like look for the curl pattern. Because I had a curly client and we were getting advice from you on, okay, how should we do it? We don't break the curls, or what is it called?
Yeah, like
Don't break the what
the
do you call
seal?
it?
Oh, when you have
mold?
like your curl cast, yeah.
Your curl
Oh my
cast.
god, every other word.
Yeah, it's so cool, you know. Yeah, she's like, okay, then you like let the curl cast set and like don't break them, and like there's a whole science to it, you guys. So like if you are needing a curly cut and a curly style, Shelby's your girl. She's gonna teach you how to style it really well.
Let's define some of these terms, because I don't even know what these terms mean. What is a
Yeah.
curl cast, and what is another thing you said earlier? The curl pattern. Yeah.
So a lot of people have different curl patterns. It can be waves, curls, coils, whatever. And within like a certain head, I guess, like somebody could have as wavy hair as like Michaela, but then like in the back, maybe the nape area, their hair like curls even more so. So you have different curl patterns all over your head, and some people kind of don't know how to deal with that as well, which can be challenging because then you're like, what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Sure.
Right, yeah. And then a curl cast is when you're styling curly hair and you want to keep as much of that moisture as you can. And like a harder product, like a stronger hold product, like a mousse or a gel will kind of help give your curls that cast to kind of keep in all that moisture and also retain its shape. And that curl cast is like that crunchy, like mousse gel, like people don't like to feel, but you kind of want it, but you can always break the cast later. Kind of thing.
Okay, thank you.
It's like, imagine if I put like product on my hair and then I let it dry all the way, and then once it's set, it's dry, right?
Yeah, and then that's
And
your
then you can
curl
break
cast.
the cast by like, say you crunch it from the bottom up or
You don't
something, or
brush it.
separate.
No brushing it.
Yeah.
No brushing.
So that's how you break the cast.
Okay, one thing I'm curious about, because I've seen it like all over TikTok, and we kind of were talking about it earlier, like people that, like for example me, I have really straight hair, like forcing my hair to be curly by using certain products or using certain techniques. Is that like possible? Do you think that's like real, or you think that's fake?
There's probably some underlying wave to your hair if you're like forcing your curls.
But you know how you can do the thing I've seen where like you get it wet. Man, I'm in the middle of talking.
Yeah, come on, you can use that.
I like mid.
They're fighting over the microphone over there. Jesus.
Loves to, yeah.
Slay.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
She's all here.
You're making me laugh. Okay. So you know how like I've seen you use like certain products or whatever, and then there's like a certain way with the brush you can kind of curl it and you define that curl, and then you can kind of diffuse it, and like someone with stick straight hair like me can have like curly hair like you. I've always been interested because I'm like curious. Should I try that? We'll see. I don't even know. Maybe it's a myth. Maybe we need to do like a Mythbusters episode.
Yeah,
on here
I
or
was just about to
something.
say we should try to test it because
Yeah.
I feel like even if you do finger coil your hair, like maybe somebody with Michaela who has less waves, they could probably still like finger coil their hair and still get some sort of wave, but they must have some sort of like pattern to their hair or like you know some sort of wave or whatever.
But I feel like you who has stick straight hair.
It probably
I don't think it would.
We need to do like a Mythbusters episode.
you would
I think we
probably
need to
get
try
like
it.
a weird, just some like weird crunchiness going on if you tried that. To be honest,
Honestly, remember like back in like probably when
yeah,
we
when
were
you're,
in,
like,
or
with the
probably with
mousse,
you
you
when
know,
people had
crunch
straight
it
hair, they
up.
would just mousse it and they would just look like straight ends. But
and
like,
it's just
they
like a
mousse
wet
their
look.
hair.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But then they blow dry their bangs straight. But this is all mousse.
Oh, that was probably
yeah.
me, to be honest. I probably did that too.
Oh, I
Yours probably
definitely
look
did
better
that.
though. 'Cause you
Yeah,
got
we've
one.
been that's our era. Yes.
Did you have anything to say, Michaela?
Well, I wanted to say a lot earlier, exactly when you were talking. But no, I definitely did that. When I was younger, I didn't have as curly hair as I do now. It was actually straight. So during the time when we were doing that violent crunching with all the the Pantene mousse,
Tresemme.
Tresemme mousse, whatever, it was straight. And it just literally looked like a big, just like dread.
Well, another thing that I get with a lot of clients is that they'll come to me, let's say they hit puberty and like their curls are there. So your hair changes throughout your hormone cycle. So puberty changes it. Pregnancy is a big one. Even menopause.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like all of those big hormone changes like can change the texture of your hair as well.
That's what happened to me. I was
Yeah.
straight and then it went curly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
Well, I mean, I always wanted like to get a perm when I was really young. Like, I mean, I'm glad I probably never did it because who knows what it would have looked like. But like when I was younger, I always wanted curly hair, and I was like, oh, I should get a perm, and then I didn't because I just have stick straight hair. So I'm
Is it
like,
because Shelby was your friend?
yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, those curls, I want them so bad.
And you do have like the best girls
Thank
on the
you.
planet.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
yeah.
Try my best.
Yeah. So Nikki, what are some like of your favorite fashion colors to do?
Yeah,
Purples.
let's dive into that.
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh my gosh.
Dude, purple's my favorite
So
color.
I know, and I really do love purple, and I feel like of my clients, like that's what I do the most of.
Oh.
So when I am doing and like formulating my purples, I make sure that I switch it up, because if I'm doing the same thing on every single client, like it's attracting new people, but then they might just want that, and I just don't want my entire clientele to just be one shade of purple.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have to mix it up. I have to add some pinks in this and some red in this, and even sometimes orange, and people are like, what? Like,
No,
like,
you're like a master colorist with the fun
you.
colors.
I have fun with it, and like I feel like I'm not afraid to like break some barriers and like try new combinations just to see how it looks. But usually if I'm doing that, like I'm going to try it on myself, or I'm going to tell my client so that way they have the option to speak up if that's not for them.
Yeah.
Because that matters. Like you want obviously to get to the goal of whatever it is that they're looking for, but you want to see, is there like a chance of just taking a risk, like, can I do this? Like, how are you feeling about that? So
One time she was putting like green and red, and I was like, girl, what are you doing? And then when she explained to me how it like mats it out a little bit,
it
like
mutes it.
mutes it, and I'm like, oh my God, like why didn't I never think of that?
Yeah, no, just how like formulating like non-fantasy colors, like you do that with fantasy colors, which I personally don't do. So it's always so cool to see you mixing, because even if you're making your purples, I see you adding like silvers in it and pinks in it to like gray, like different colors in your colors. I think it's so cool. Like, could never do it that. I could, but I just don't know how to. And I feel like that's a whole specialty in itself.
I would say so, yeah. And I mean, I'm forever learning too. Like, don't get it twisted, And I think that it's important to just like try new techniques, or like to just watch things on social media and just like get inspired by artists that like you look up to, just knowing that they were willing to try something different. Why can't you?
Do you like seeing those styles that have like blocks in them and lines in them? Like,
I do,
because a lot of
honestly.
fantasy is incorporated in those looks.
No, absolutely. Like that alternative, like kind of edgy look.
Yeah.
I love
Like
that.
the calico
Yeah.
trend
Oh my
happening
gosh.
right now.
Okay, so if I'm being completely honest, I love the way it looks, but it makes me nervous too.
Yeah.
Like the approach of that. But I do enjoy like those fashion colors where you see like checkerboards, or you see even leopard print, things like that. Like that, I would be so open to doing that, but you just need to have the demand for that, So
Yeah.
if anybody's interested in doing so, hit my line.
Yeah, please. And I want to see you do a leopard. That would be so
honestly,
dope.
So my mom is like a great model. Like
She is. I have met her. I have
her.
seen her. She does amazing. You do amazing things with her hair.
Thank you. Like we've had some fun, like creating like rainbows on her for sure. But I'm wondering, like, maybe I need to try it on her, see if she, like,
While walking around with leopard
my
prints
little,
in
I
her
love
hair.
that. Exactly. Hey, I honestly,
She'd rock it.
She would.
Yeah.
She absolutely would.
Your biggest fan. I love that.
Yes, she is.
If someone wanted and was like curious about doing vivids, what are some things that you think they should be prepared for, or like things to know about going vivid?
So I think the main thing is the maintenance on it. So although that they are beautiful and they look so good, at first when you do them, it requires like lifestyle changes. Like me, I have like reddish hair, pinkish hair. I can't go to sleep with my hair wet. If my pillowcase is white, it's going to transfer.
I didn't even
Or
think about that.
Yeah, like or any light color, So like you just you want to be mindful of that, So and then not only that, but your shower. Like if your hair is bright red and you hop in the shower, like it's gonna look like there was a murder or something in there, like after you wash your hair. So that's just something to think about. Keep that bleach on hand so you can spray it down right after. If you are active at the gym, like frequently, like, when you sweat, it can like go down your back. Then you might have like purple drops, somewhere, so they're just things that definitely the average person might not think of. So I try to just give people that knowledge, like as soon as they decide that they're interested in something of that nature. Like, okay, well, this is kind of what it takes. Like, is that something that you can adapt to? Like when it comes to just your schedule outside of, life.
Yeah, that's true.
That is, wow, I did not think about that. Like even the sweating, is that just kind of after the first, like right when you get it done, or is that like later
Or is that the whole time?
Good question. I would say the worst of it is usually the first like week and a half.
Yeah.
Like those couple washes that you're doing during that time span. Like it is literally getting all over the place. But the more that you wash your hair after that, I feel like the less you'll see it appear in your shower or whatever the case may be, as long as you're using cooler temperature water.
Yeah, cold
That's
water.
a big one. Like you cannot use burning hot water.
I love hot showers.
I know. Don't we all? But it's not good. It's like the worst thing that you could do for your fashion colors. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, for hair, period.
Yeah,
We really
true,
shouldn't be in
true.
hot water, but
no,
it's hard.
it is.
So, like, as someone who specializes in like these fun, vivid colors, do you like have clients that come from really far to come see you? Because I'm assuming that's probably like more limited, like stylists who focus on that, right? So I'm assuming clients probably come from far away and come see you because they found you on Instagram or something like that. Is that like something you see?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've had people come to my chair from like Santa Cruz. I've had people come to my chair from Fresno. Like that was the
Oh my
farthest,
goodness, wow,
but
yeah.
definitely San Francisco. So it's interesting just to know that like, social media can allow that kind of connection,
Yeah, it's really
and
cool.
I'm grateful, like, because I want to create art as much as possible on whoever is interested in being a vivid girly like me, So the more the merrier.
Yeah.
I have a random question.
Yeah.
Have you ever done someone where they have like a shaved head and you like paint on their head?
I have not.
Oh my
I think that would be dope.
I think
That
that'd
would be so
fun.
cool.
It would be. Oh
I
my
love seeing
gosh.
those Instagram videos where
Yes.
they're doing that, and then they create like those like
Like
the
a freaking
coolest stuff.
masterpiece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you'd want to
I
do
would
that?
want to, yeah, just to say I did it. Like just for somebody that is that.
Like, what if
kind
we
of-
find somebody to shave their heads and you put a bunch of hearts on it for
Oh my
Valentine's
God,
Day
that
or
would be
something?
so cute.
You gotta do like a model call.
That'd be
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, it would be so cute.
I know,
Wait, we
like
should
different
make that
color hearts.
happen.
Yeah.
That's so
Makayla, shave your head.
No, I have too big of a head for that. It'd be like a big
She said
pumpkin.
not I.
Going back to like the vivids. So you said your favorite color is purple and you like to do color blocking. So what is the, like, we know what you love to do. What is the most like extravagant hairpiece you've ever done in vivids?
I think the most extravagant thing that I would say I have done would be coloring my own extensions. So last summer, I decided that I wanted to color extensions rainbow and then have them installed.
They looked so cool
They
in your
were
hair.
amazing.
I think the month that I wanted to do it in, and the month I did do it in was in June. And basically in like solidarity of being a ally for the LGBTQ community. Like I just wanted to experiment with that, So I went in, instead of doing like a traditional rainbow, I did basically backwards, just because the darker colors I wanted to put on the top and then fade into the lighter colors. So I did purple, blue, green, orange, and then I think I ended it with pink. I didn't put red in those, but I just thought that the pink looked cuter and it popped with my hair color at the time, which was a two-toned pink. So it all came together really nicely. And oh my god,
that was my favorite.
It looked.
It
I
was
miss
so
it.
beautiful.
I miss it. I'm not gonna lie.
Where are they?
Well, so as we go later into the year, I basically decided for Halloween that I was gonna take those same extensions and I was gonna remove some of that color, and then
This was a fun experiment that we were like, let's see how we're moving them, how the quality stays, and this and that. So
exactly, yeah,
that was fun.
Like, so shout out to NTF Extensions, okay? Because
we
my god,
experimented.
yeah, I had to. Like, I was just like, why not? Let's see, like, what's the worst that could happen,
Yeah.
And so I did a removal process of taking out some of the color just so I could focus in on the purple and the green, and it worked. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing,
Yeah.
So I haven't even needed to basically get new extensions because I still have those, and they're sitting in my closet just like waiting for me to do something new to them now.
Waiting for your next project.
Wait, I have an idea for your next project.
Do tell.
What if, like, for Valentine's Day, because you're giving me these pink vibes right now, you can make them like blush pink, but put red hearts on them, or like, I don't know,
Do some
that,
Valentine's
and then it like peeks through.
That
Okay.
would make it happen.
Yes.
That might be like
that
so
sounds so cute.
Yeah.
Because okay, so I
And
was
then like your lighter money piece, like the light pink money piece.
Light pink.
Yes.
And Michaela will do a video transformation of the whole thing so we can see it
And you'll
show
do it at the salon and not your house.
yes,
Us hairstylists.
sold.
that would look so cute.
That would actually, I really do like that idea because I was definitely thinking about like a lighter pink for that month in particular, but like adding in the hearts, why not? Like let's do it. Let's just see.
Fun,
Yeah,
right?
All right, let's do it.
I'm
What do
here
your
for
extensions
it.
look like right now?
they're green and they're purple. Yeah, so I'm gonna get new extensions.
I will donate that to this. I want to see this happen. I will give you some blonde ones to play with.
Yay,
have
sounds
fun.
So
major slay.
major slay.
Slay. That needs to be our button. Major slay.
Oh yeah,
Make it a
that
button.
should be.
Let's
do.
whatever that was. We need to copy her voice and make that a button. Major slay.
Period.
Period. Keeping the conversation going with extensions. You've done some curly extensions,
I
right?
have.
Let's talk about that because I
Yes.
feel like that's a thing in itself, and maybe a lot of like curly haired girls don't know that they can get extensions, or they don't think of it as like an option for them, because right, they have to be custom, right?
Yeah, so that's where Bree comes in, and I'm like, okay, this is the curl pattern, and then she sends me like the whole like different curl patterns of the extensions
Yeah.
because they are permed to match the curl pattern of the client, and those take a while to come in because they have to have like go through an extra process, I guess.
Yeah, they're personalized.
Yeah.
It's however she orders it. I always say give it a month. Usually we get them back in like 3 weeks, but
Yeah.
I always just say call it safe 1 month. Like take the time. She picks the customized curl to make sure it matches her clients, and then they get customized in.
Are we like measuring between each curl to figure that
she
out, or
would
is
know
like
this,
you just know, you just look at it and know?
I have like a good idea, but what I have thought of and I haven't tried is getting 2 different kinds of curl patterns and kind of messing with that and like blending that in together. Because like I said earlier,
Combining them.
That would
Yeah.
actually be a really good idea.
yeah, because everybody has different curl patterns all over their
I
heads.
feel like my head has different curl patterns all over. It's
Probably,
like wavy
yeah.
and then some tight curls.
yeah.
Maybe I'll look into getting like, how there's like 7 patterns I think on that. What we
I don't
pick
know.
from.
Yeah.
I need to look at it.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll get one weft of each pattern, and we can just have it in the salon so you can hold it up to the people
That would
and
be a
figure
good
out.
idea.
What if it one mimics this one, but then like under the head a different one mimics, and like I'll look into getting like a weft of each pattern in, so it'll help with choosing your
Yeah,
correct
that'd be
pattern.
And
Yeah.
clients love a visual. Like
I
they
know,
want to
I
see it.
know, I know. Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a
Okay.
good idea. I've had them myself.
They looked bomb on you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
That was the most amount of hair I had ever had in my entire life. I think I lasted like 2 weeks and I was like, this is way too much hair. I can't handle
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Who do you think is like a good client that would, like a good person that would?
For
Need
curly hair.
extension,
Yeah.
like
For-
curly
yeah.
extension.
I would definitely say somebody like maybe who doesn't have as much hair. Like I get it, you want length, and like all the curly girls, it just shrinks up and they don't see their length as it grows, and I totally understand. But from my experience with having the extensions, it was a lot. Like
That when you have a lot of hair,
yeah, it was a
you have
lot
to
of
match
hair.
your
Yeah.
density. She had a ton in her head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you already have a lot of hair as it is, so it's like adding more. So did you do it for length too? I'm
I did
assuming
it
just
for length,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it for like my grad photos.
Yeah.
But
How long did you do?
I think it was
20.
20s.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
we did.
wow.
We chose 20s just to make sure if it bounced up out of the 18 mark, it gave her enough length. I think that's why we
Yeah,
chose
yeah, yeah.
that. And they looked really nice.
I still have them. They're also sitting in my closet.
But you know, maybe if
being
you ever want to put
neglected.
like a row in, so it's like more
I could do that,
lightweight.
for sure.
You know, it's a commitment.
Yeah.
It is. But I haven't done it too much, and I would love to do it more. But the model that Michaela had recorded is actually my nail tech. I love her, but we did 2 rows of extensions on her, and we gave her length and density to kind of help feel more confident about hair. And extensions just do a magical thing for everybody.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, added a lot more fullness, and it matched her curl pattern
was
like
perfect.
seamlessly. It looked great, and she still wears them. I don't forget how long we did that.
That was definitely like over 6 months ago.
Yeah,
Like 8 months
Nice.
ago, maybe.
yeah,
So
and
she's
she
still
looks so
rocking them.
pretty.
she's
too.
still rocking them. Yep.
Yeah.
That's great. I
Amazing.
feel like also maybe like a good client for that would be if somebody had curly hair that's maybe thinner curly and their curl pattern isn't like bouncing up as much. Maybe like to put a row in just to help, you know, get that
It would
curl.
probably hold it up too, like the
I feel like
curl.
that would be good so they don't feel like their hair's so heavy and,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, it's
yeah.
more of a filling in.
Yeah, I would
technique.
definitely love to take more clients, and then you learn as you go as well, and like there would probably be models. So again, I could do another model call, see what happens.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, you guys heard it here. If you got curly hair and you want to, come try out some fun new things, maybe we can do some kind of collab, curly, vivid color.
Okay.
The client's out there somewhere.
Yeah,
They're there.
That would be super fun.
That would actually be really fun.
Yeah, that
would be really cool.
that would be a major slay.
Major slay. So we are doing a fun little this or that questions, just kind of speed round.
Like fun vibes.
Fun vibes,
Okay.
speed around this or that questions. So we have a couple. First one is going to be side part or middle part. What do you do with your hair? Or what's the vibe? What
For me personally, I'm a side part girly.
the side part?
And doesn't that
Okay.
make me a millennial? Isn't that what they say?
I think
Yeah.
technically
I'm-
maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say middle part, but lately again with curly hair, you can create no part and just like let it lay however. So I've been doing that, but mostly middle.
Middle part.
Yeah.
I'm middle part. I used to be side part in like middle school with my side bang, even in college probably. I don't even know. I just recently kind of made the switch from side part to middle part, and it was very interesting. But I was like, yeah, let me try the middle part, and then I just did it, and I haven't gone back since, to be honest. So middle.
I'm definitely okay. When my hair is straight, middle part all the way. But when it's curly, if I do a middle part, I literally look like a surfer bro. I don't know why it goes like, ugh. Like it's weird. So I just do the side part, as you can see. It looks better. I don't know why.
But it's not like a side part like
it's
how it used
it's
to
like
be.
barely off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
So technically, I feel like same as you. Like I don't commit to the real center middle part, but I go like slightly off.
Yeah.
So technically, I'm a side part, but it's not like a deep side part.
Yeah.
So. That makes sense.
Hair clip or scrunchie?
Scrunchy.
Yeah, scrunchy.
Really? I see hair clips on your head all the time.
I mean, I do like to switch it up every now and then, but for the most part, I always have a scrunchie on my wrist.
yeah.
Or like those telephone cord looking ones.
Oh,
I like those
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Like hair clip, like claw clip,
Yeah.
right? I'm claw clip.
You are.
100%.
You are
totally
I throw it
claw.
up and I don't look back. Like
Literally.
Oh
Get it away.
man, I feel like I'm a scrunchie, but like the silky ones. I have like the silky scrunchies, and I just feel like my hair is so healthy because of those.
the silky scrunchies.
Yeah.
Do you have the silk pillowcase?
Yeah.
Do you guys have silk pillowcase?
I have a bonnet.
Oh, you have a bonnet. Okay.
We're not going to talk about that.
You have like a
Her
towel.
whole bed is silk.
I would love that for me. No. I should be using a silk pillowcase.
Oh, you're
Same.
feeling guilty.
Okay.
What do you have?
Regular.
No,
What?
no wonder.
Yeah.
The
Shade.
judgment.
Says the one with the frizzy hair. Yeah, burn. Bow, bow.
That's fucking boogie.
Like side bangs, curtain bangs, or like all across bangs, or no bangs. What are
Well,
we
I'm really
doing?
into like my butterfly cut, and I guess it's like technically they're kind of curtainy, but like
Mhm.
longer,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
For me, that's I think
I don't have bangs currently, but I have been thinking about it.
they will look so cute on you.
It's been a long time, and I'm just thinking about the commitment that takes, you know?
Yeah.
So for now, I'm going to hold off.
Okay.
I love a good curtain bang.
Curtain bangs, like Sabrina
What are
Carpenter.
yours? What would you say yours
I
are?
know. Are yours?
When they're straight, they definitely give curtain bang.
Yeah.
But curly, it's kind of like
Across
umbrella-ish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I love that. I love that
know, I
curly
think it's
look.
cute, yeah.
It's so
Your
cute.
bangs are so
I
cute.
love curly bangs. Like I love cutting a curly bang on somebody and then like
Mm.
putting up and then they have it down and it's like the cutest
So
little
cute.
updo ever.
Oh,
I love
yes.
that.
That's adorable. What are you?
Curtain bangs. Curtain, like I got curtain bang.
I feel like I have like nothing going on right now. But I cut my bangs the last time because I was bored. But I think they're curtainy, or just more face frame.
I think your face frame.
Face frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's not like a lot. It's literally like one crumb here, one crumb
crumb?
there.
crumb.
Okay, last question is if you could pick one, laminated brows or lash lift, what would you pick?
I'm going to say laminated brows. I've never tried it, but I love the way that they look.
You should try it.
Yeah,
I know
think
you
Giselle
should.
should do it.
I'm about to hit up Giselle. Like,
Yeah.
she's
the
right
best.
as soon as we're
Literally
done.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Brow
Texting
lammy.
her right now.
I think lashes. I've done a brow lammy because my eyebrow hairs are curly too, and it's really
Really?
yeah. I have to like glue them down. So I did the
funny.
lamination, but then it just like. And it looked great. Giselle
Yeah.
did a great job, but it just grew out really weird because then it had like straight ends and like
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, me neither.
I know. Interesting. I would do lash lift 100%.
Yeah, one time I got my eyebrows laminated, and I don't want to talk about it, but I want to talk about it. Giselle did not do them. I repeat, Giselle did not do them. And it literally looked like I had actual blocks on my forehead.
Block.
Legit.
It's because your eyebrows are so
I have a very
full.
thick eyebrows,
Yeah.
and like they're long hairs. You can't tell because they just go to the side, but it was extremely violent for me. I would try again with Giselle, I think, because I trust her and her vision. But I you remember.
Yes.
Yeah, it was scary. And then they grew out very interestingly for me because it's so like long. But I would do a lash lift. I did that one time and I really liked it because I have like long lashes, but it just made them like stick straight up. It was fantastic. So I would go with that.
What about you, Brie?
I've never tried a lash lift, so
Never.
no. But I feel like I would really like it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll try it. But I really like getting a brow lammy.
Mhm.
Giselle has done my brow lammies, and she's the best. Like
She's so
they
good.
they just like I feel like growing up, I had those typical like thinner eyebrows,
Yeah.
and then ever since like this whole brow lamination series is out now, I feel like they look so much more fuller,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives it my like face more shape with the brows, and so I'm gonna vote for brow lammy.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Wait, one more question because I am curious. Makeup brushes or beauty blender?
Makeup brushes all the way.
Really?
I don't like beauty blenders. That's just me.
Interesting.
Oh my God, I'm like right in the middle because when I do my foundation, I use a beauty blender, but not anymore since I got some Japanese makeup. It comes with its own situation. But anyway, but to apply like,
What does that mean?
I know.
I would like to know.
okay, it's basically this Japanese makeup that it comes with like a thing in it and you press it into it and then press it on. So it's kind of like a beauty blender, I guess. but it's not at the same time.
Just
But
like a little puff.
a
thing.
little, but it's like wet makeup, but you press it in and then yeah. But I really like that. I think it gives the beauty blender like effect. I think for foundation I like that, and then I use the brushes to apply like the liquid blush and liquid contour. So yeah, that's me.
You're a beauty blender. I already can tell.
I feel like I go back and forth, to be honest. Like sometimes I use my beauty blender, and then when I can't find it, I'll use my makeup brush, or like vice versa. I don't know. I feel like I go back and forth, to be honest. But
I feel like you were so shocked with my like responsive brushes. That made me think that you were just a beauty
yeah, I
blender.
know. I don't know why I was so surprised.
What about you, Shelby? You always got snatched makeup.
I'm back and forth too. Sometimes I'll grab
Yeah.
a brush. Sometimes I'll grab a beauty blender.
It just depends on the day.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
it's
yeah.
just
I'm kind of like
Whatever
oh,
I see first, I guess.
Literally, yeah, same. I'm like whatever.
Whatever's available.
Yeah.
Literally. To be
I'm real
honest.
lazy. I'm just like, okay, this works.
I'm gonna say beauty blender.
Really?
blender?
Yeah,
I thought you would have been a brush girl.
Really?
Yeah.
No. For the most part, I'm like, what gives you?
I
that
don't know
impression?
why. I'm a brush girl. I was like, I don't know. I thought you would be a brush girl.
She's like, I am, so you have to be. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, for the most part, beauty blender. I just like the finish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2025, right? We're entering this year. So what is a goal that you guys have behind the chair for 2025?
Okay, I'm just gonna say, kind of piggybacking off what we talked about earlier. I would love if both of us were able to do like more collaborations.
Yeah.
I
That
do.
would be very
Fun.
cool.
Yeah, I think that would be a cool goal for us to
Okay.
kind of
I
like,
like
if we
that.
could, whether it's like models or, eventually becomes clients, I think that would be cool because just working next to Shelby, like I feel like I learned so much just about curly hair. Like I've heard her spiel, like
Over and over and over.
but I'm sure it goes
Funny.
both ways,
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
so I think just knowing that, like, it's kind of like reassuring, that like, okay, this is the way that she would do it. Like if I have a curly client in my chair,
Yeah.
and then maybe it could be the same for her if she has like a fashion color or if she needs advice on how to mix
Yeah,
or
I've
something
definitely
like
asked
that.
you for fashion
Yeah,
color advice.
and I think it's great that we can bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah.
So if we could find clients that like want fashion colors but have curly hair, like that would be
That'd be dope.
I'm so down.
Yes.
Major slay.
Yeah, major slay.
Major.
That would be
slay.
really fun. I would like to see that. You guys are
Yeah.
such good little neighbors next to each other.
I love Shelby.
Yeah.
I know.
I love you guys
So
together.
cute.
Yeah.
Love it.
How about you?
I don't know. I feel like I did a lot in 2024. I did a lot, and I want to keep the momentum going.
Okay.
So just
I like
kind of
that.
striving forward, and just keep it going.
Continuing.
Yeah,
I like that.
continuing. Yeah.
Consistency
Yes,
forward.
consistency.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Well, thanks so much, you guys, for coming on, talking about your specialties. We got to learn a little bit more about the both of you, and we'll definitely be looking for a collab from the both of you in 2025. Okay.
And if you're listening in and you're like needing any curly advice
Yeah.
or curly haircuts or anything like that, Shelby is your girl.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening in and you're wanting a fashion color, fantasy color, Nikki is your girl. And if you have both, let's contact them so we can do a collaboration.
Would love that.
We
for us.
really want to make this
Yes.
happen, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys can say how they can find you on Instagram, book with you guys, where you're located.
My Instagram again is Robellion Styles. It has 2 underscores in between the Robellion and the Styles. I am at the Hayward location, and I work all the time. So just hit me up.
Just walk in there and look for her.
Yes.
Well, the good thing is we're not like hard to find. You walk in
Right there.
No, you walk into 925 Hayward, and we're like usually your greeters. So,
I love it.
so again, my handle is at Mesmerizing Hair. I'm located in the downtown Hayward salon, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from y'all.
All
Okay,
right.
well, thank you.
you.